Yo, so the first thing I want to talk about with cosplay in general is storage and like kind of my storage setup in a sense, like where everything is stored and kind of like that aspect. And pretty much I'm still working on a like setup of places to store things. My storage unit is kind of ever changing because of where I have things set up and all that. Plus, I have now a separate place for makeup in specific, which will be part 2 of this. But this is what I have as of so far. So, okay, with all of my cosplays, I've decided now, because I used to have all my shirts actually hung up, but I decided for a change up to hang up my dress cosplays, as well as every cosplay that has a full set, sort of, in a sense. And then my accessories are down in this little 2 storage unit, and they kind of sit right here in this one in particular, and they're all sorted in bags. And then whatever couldn't go on a hanger or hung up, they're all in this bottom one, as well as that, but like all the undergarments and stuff that would go with multiple outfits, or even like dresses and skirts that would go with multiple outfits. And then the shoes are kind of stuffed at the bottom. Okay, now for hair and makeup for say, this is kind of what I have set up for now, until I probably get more wigs and stuff. But this top one has pretty much like the bags for it when I'm traveling with my makeup brushes. This is like literally nothing but hair accessories, things that go in my hair, headbands, all that. Cosplay headbands. There's brushes in here. There's also a straightener back there, mini travel straightener and a curler. And my own straightener. And then the bottom 2 have wigs. This one has all the bigger packages and kind of like weirdly colored and weirdly shaped ones, as well as the hair gel and coconut oil that I use. And then the bottom one has more of like the normal natural colors like reds, reds, browns, and tan and blondes, and has hairspray. Okay, so the last part of like my little cosplay area is my vanity, of course, which houses all my makeup brushes, pencils and stuff, extra wig caps, a speaker. Some of my makeup is right there, such as the bigger makeup palettes that I like to display. There is foundation and like bigger products and extra stuff. Makeup remover, nail polishes, all that. And then inside everything's sorted by bags and containers pretty much, as you can see. And then of course my mirror. And then I don't really use either side drawers. This one kind of has like accessories and stuff that aren't really worn. And then the other side's just kind of a junk drawer, so to speak. Okay, there we go. Pretty much, like I said, my setup is ever changing, but that's kind of what I've done for now. Of course, as I get more cosplays and sell cosplays, they'll kind of, that little area will ever change. Same with wigs and hair accessories, all that. As well as that, but since I've started dabbling in makeup, I've been getting a lot more makeup now. Because, another fun fact about me, I hated makeup. I still do. I will do it for the sake of cosplay, but even then I'm like, I have no motivation for it. Like, I don't care. I'm more of the natural looking kind of person who even during color guard, that's the only reason I know how to do makeup, is because I taught myself because I did not like how they would do makeup on me in general. So I was like, oh, I will teach myself the bare minimum. So I know bare minimum of makeup. So now that I'm kind of starting to dabble in it, it's like, okay, now I'm getting a big collection. Which is weird to me because I've never had this much makeup. And the fact that it's a collection that keeps growing. I'm not obsessed with it at all. I'm not the girly girl type either. But to each their own, I guess. I had inspiration and I lost it. We'll go with that. But I mean, pretty much, and I mean, like, most of my makeup brushes are, like, miscellaneous places. Like, some of them are from Big Lots. My stuff ranges from Big Lots to Dollar Store to, I think the most expensive has been Hot Topic. Nope, my most expensive is the James Charles palette. Sorry, the mini palette. Because apparently there's a difference between the two. But I mean, even that was a Christmas present. Like I said, a good portion of like my makeup and like cosplay stuff have been gifted to me or taken from my grandma's collection of fabrics. Because I mean, yeah, I have a few cosplays that are with the fabric of my grandma. And I mean, even my keyblades back there, all those flowers are from her back room. I'm more so based around like the reuse aspect of things. Unless I really, really need to buy something like, oh, trying to think of what actually I have bought. Oh, some solid colors for my cosplays. Some. And I mean, I think it's really like I said, most of the stuff is pretty much reused or repurposed. Like I buy few and far between things, like the lights in one of those keyblades up there. Had to buy those lights. We already had the paint and the paper mache. We already had the styrofoam. Like, I'm pretty much all about reusing or working with what I have unless I absolutely need to go buy stuff. Like, even with the props that I'm working on now, yes, I'm messing with a new material, but it's kind of like I'm trying to see where my skills are best used at this point. Because, I mean, I like styrofoam, don't get me wrong. Styrofoam is a good product to use in general. I've made countless keyblades out of them, and they've all seemed to stand the test. Minus the one slight shade, but not really. That's kind of also why I've been starting to dabble with other materials in specific. It's because you can't always make... Yeah, you can use it up to an extent, but if you're going to be roughhousing with it 24/7 and not get it off of a small little shelf that's crowded by everything and have it damaged that way, you need something a little more sturdy. And that's kind of why I've taken the next step of working with other props and material. Because I've learned with my keyblades that styrofoam's cool and it's a nice thing to work with. It's easy to manipulate. Not to mention, spray paint will eat through styrofoam, so it gave me that cool effect for the wave of my keyblades. But it's not very sturdy. In fact, my first keyblade, someone bumped it and broke it. When I took it to Duke City, and literally both of the people that I was there with, they're like, God damn, that was such a cool looking keyblade, and you worked 4 months on that. It's like, yeah, but it's also out of styrofoam. Styrofoam I knew was not going to last. take it from someone who learned that like years ago with her very first Keyblade. And a friend breaking that Keyblade. That was also out of styrofoam. So that's kind of why I've been like dabbling in new materials and making new cosplays, which you guys won't get to see it until about like a week before the convention that I'm going to. Sorry, this is a new rule that I've determined, and a lot of people have said as well. But for my cosplays in specific, and I've kind of already said this too, that it's like I'm not going to really share my things until it's like a week or a few days before the convention. So that way it's kept under wraps. No one can mimic it in a few days because, like, I kid you not, we're working with contact cement. We're working with all kinds of products at this point. That'll take like a few weeks to dry and cure and everything. So even if people wanted to mimic these, they can't without having at least a few weeks before. Yeah, about 3 weeks. But yeah, that's kind of what I've started to do and started to put in motion. And I mean, I can't really talk about them. So what I will be doing for cosplay aspects and stuff, it will most likely be now story times. And I guess I do still have some other cosplay things in mind. I just need to get off my butt and work on them and all that. I have a lot planned. It's just motivation at this point right now because I've just kind of like it's kind of been drained, but not really. And I mean, I've also been more so busy with gameplays. But I mean, besides that, hope you guys enjoyed this kind of like little update of how I store cosplays and how I store everything. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!